You spend your whole life chasing certainty. But what if certainty is the very thing keeping you trapped? Imagine trying to grip water with clenched fists. The tighter you hold, the faster it slips away. That's your mind when it fears the unknown. Most suffering doesn't come from chaos itself, but from your desperate refusal to accept it. Welcome to Stoic Blend, where ancient wisdom meets modern life. Today, we'll explore a truth most fear to face, that only when you embrace uncertainty does life finally become easier. Let's begin with a hard question. How much of your suffering stems from your need to control everything? Not just the external, your job, your finances, your relationships, but the internal, too. Your emotions, your identity, your future. Modern society teaches us to seek answers like their salvation. We want to know exactly who we are, where we're going, what tomorrow brings. But life isn't a machine. It's not meant to be calculated, solved, or conquered. And this obsession with certainty? It's not giving you peace. It's stealing it. You try so hard to force life into a plan. You write out goals, routines, backup strategies, yet one gust of chaos blows it all apart. And then what? You panic. You spiral. You blame yourself. But maybe the problem isn't that life is uncertain. Maybe the real issue is that you're still resisting that truth. One of the greatest Stoic minds once said, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it." So let's reframe the unknown. What if uncertainty isn't your enemy? What if it's your teacher? The ancient Stoics didn't chase fixed identities or rigid beliefs. They didn't pretend to have all the answers. They observed their thoughts, fears, and contradictions, then had the courage to say, "I don't know." And that's okay. Can you say that? Can you sit with the not knowing? When you do, something shifts. Anxiety starts to lose its grip. Your shoulders drop. The mind opens. You're no longer at war with life. You're flowing with it. But be warned, this peace doesn't come from outside. It's not found in money, control, or the illusion of a perfectly planned future. It begins the moment you abandon the lie that you must have it all figured out. Most people think that being strong means being certain, but the Stoics knew otherwise. True strength is being calm in uncertainty. It's the courage to face a world without guarantees and still move forward. When you embrace uncertainty, you stop needing life to be a straight line. You let go of perfection. You allow change. You allow yourself. Too many people live on edge, tense, exhausted, constantly bracing for what could go wrong. They try to control every outcome, every emotion, every person. But what if life isn't asking you to control it? What if life is asking you to trust it? The Stoics saw change not as chaos, but as the natural rhythm of life. They accepted loss, pain, and unpredictability as necessary parts of existence. And in doing so, they found peace not despite uncertainty, but because of it. Let's be honest. You will lose things. You will be misunderstood. You will face moments where nothing makes sense. But you can also learn to breathe through it, to observe it, to live it without needing to dominate it. That is the gift of philosophy. Not grand answers, but tools for survival. Not certainty, but resilience. So, how do you live with uncertainty practically? First, question your certainties. Every time you think, "I know for sure," pause. Ask yourself, what am I afraid of if I don't know this? Oftentimes, certainty is just fear in disguise. Second, write your thoughts down. Don't edit. Don't perform. Just express. Let your inner contradictions surface. You'll be surprised at how freeing it is to stop pretending you have it all together. Third, embrace impermanence. Plan, yes, but don't worship the plan. The Stoics prepared for change. They didn't resist it. They adapted. They evolved. They grew through what they couldn't control. Fourth, laugh at yourself. Yes, laugh. You are flawed, fragile, inconsistent, and that's beautiful. There's wisdom in not taking yourself too seriously. A lightness that makes even pain more bearable. And finally, cultivate silence. Turn off the noise. Step away from stimulation. Sit with yourself. Because in the stillness, you'll realize you were never meant to control everything. You were meant to be present with everything. So, let me ask you, what would change in your life if you truly embraced uncertainty? If instead of running from it, you walked with it? Would your anxiety ease? Would your relationships feel less strained? Would you finally feel free? Because that's what the Stoics discovered. That freedom doesn't come from certainty. It comes from letting go of the need for certainty. It comes from showing up to life with an open mind, an open heart, and the courage to say, I don't have all the answers, and that's okay. In that moment, you stop resisting. You stop clinging. You stop pretending to be someone you're not. And for the first time, you start living. So, if this message resonated with you, if something deep inside feels a little lighter now, don't keep it to yourself. Share your thoughts below. Tell me what uncertainty you've been fighting. Let's start a conversation because someone out there is waiting to hear that they're not alone. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Stoic Blend. Not just to stay updated, but to stay grounded. Because here, we don't offer empty motivation. We offer tools, perspective, and the kind of wisdom that helps you stand tall when life gets messy. So take a breath. Let go of the grip. And remember this. When you embrace uncertainty, life doesn't just get harder to predict. It gets easier to live.